Hi everyone, thanks for joining to the stream. If you are here the first time, my name is Dmitriy Lavrov. I'm a professional trader, the founder of Tradunity, and every week I make this live stream where we talk about different markets and different trading opportunities. So please let me know, can you hear me, can you see me, or maybe I need to change something with sound. Please give me your feedback in the chat and we will start. Okay, if everything works perfectly, it's very nice. I would like to offer you to think about such variant of our work during this stream and maybe during the next stream. I'm keeping searching for the format which will be interesting for all subscribers, because the fact is there are people who like only crypto, there are people who like crypto and other markets, traditional markets. So, and my goal is to make this stream interesting for all. So the previous variant of stream was like I have the list of interesting markets, crypto, traditional markets like Forex, stocks, and I replied, I followed your request from the chat, and I made market overviews based on your request. So probably from the next week, or maybe I will make just the test videos during this week. I think I can offer you such variant. We can use this stream every Monday where I will discuss only your markets from the chat, the markets which are interesting for you, and we will use this stream for communication between each other, and we will talk about any market you want. As for the most interesting markets from my point of view, I can do it in short video format and upload it on the channel, and we will be able to divide these videos into different markets. Like if you want to watch only crypto, there will be videos about interesting markets for crypto. If you like Forex, you will be able to see only Forex if you wish, or all together. But these streams we will use for just talking about markets which are the most interesting for you, and I will follow only your request. Think about it. I will be very grateful to get your feedback. What do you think about such format? Please write in chat, write in comments, and subscribe to our channel, as we will be able to provide you more interesting content. So for now, just if you have markets, I can say Euro USD, we can do it right now, and more markets for different different markets like crypto, stocks, I don't know, Forex. Also write in chat. I will follow your request, and I will make market overviews using my tools, and you will get more ideas how to trade on the markets which are interesting for you. Also, the other important thing is I will share with you my ideas about all these markets, and you must know that trading in the financial markets, in any financial markets, it is risky, and you can lose your money. So you must be very careful. Please make your own research before opening active trades. I share with you only my opinion. It's not a financial advice, and just only you can be responsible for your trading. So let's start, and let's start from Euro USD, as this market also can be interesting for those who like trading in Forex. For me, as I told you before several times, I decided to move from manual trading to algo trading for Forex market, as it is really good for the robots. So if we look at the Euro USD market, we will have following picture. Like, I just clean from useless elements. First of all, when we look at the market, we have to understand what we have, which market conditions we have, and first of all, we have to look at the daily time frame, as it is the most important for day trading, for trading based on the higher time frames, like the daily charts. You must understand what is going on based on the daily time frame. And now we have the downtrend. It can be confirmed by the downtrend line by simple moving averages or exponential moving averages. It doesn't matter, with different periods, which are where the combination of simple moving averages, where the moving average with short period is above the price. After that, we can see the moving average with the medium periods, and after above all these moving averages and price, we have simple moving average with the biggest period. So it is typical for any downtrends position of moving average, and we can just we can tell that we have the downtrend. Another tool which we can use for getting understanding in which market conditions we have to work, we can use a technical tool like a trend line, just and connect the most important swing highs, like this one, this one, this one, this one. So we have the downtrend line, and this line also tells us about the downtrend. If you want to get another confirmation for downtrend, you can use swing highs and swing lows, and you can see that we have lower swing highs and lower swing lows, and it also tells us about the downtrend. So we see now we have the downtrend. In any trend movements, we must understand what we have: the movement in the direction of the trend, or a correction movement. Because if we have a correction movement, it means probably soon we will be able to get a reversal signal in the direction of the main trend, and we will be able to open a trade in the direction of the main trend in the right zone. If we have the impulse movement, so the movement in the direction of the main trend, it means, and if you don't have any active trades, it means you missed a trading opportunity and you need to wait for another signals. Now we have following. The market is in the downtrend. We have the upward movement for the second, let's say for the second day. We had bullish Friday, and we have Monday with the price movement to simple moving average. This blue line is the simple moving average with 50 periods, and it is a resistance line. Also, with the downtrend line, we have the resistance zone, which is also supported by the level like 1.20. So we have the correction movement, and price reach the zone where we have it is a possible reversal zone. So from this zone we should expect to get a reversal signal, and this reversal signal can be used for opening trades in the direction of the main trend, and the main trend is the downtrend. So if if the market bounces from this zone, it will be possible to search for sell opportunities based on the daily time frame, like we have now, or based on the lower time frames. For example, based on 6-hour time frame, 4-hour, 1 hour, or even maybe 30, 15 minutes charts. But now there are no trade opportunities. One more thing. We see that the price bounced from the zone. We can spot it like here. We can draw a support line like here, in order to show this. In order to show that this zone is important for the market, and the price bounced 1, 2, 3, 4 times from this zone. It is about 1.112 or 1.11 levels where we have support. So based on it, if the price bounces from the resistance zone, it will be possible, it will be a sell opportunity where we have to place stop orders above this downtrend line, above the swing high, which the market will be able to form, with profit targets at another, not far from another reversal zone. And for the downtrend movement, the reversal zone will be this support. So it will be possible to sell with profit target at 1.11. Also, one more thing which we have to take into consideration. I talked with you about the typical situation, how we can trade when we have trend market conditions. But also we need to think about and take into consideration the fact how old is a trend. In the beginning of the trend, such reversals can give a really good and profitable trading signals with good risk-reward ratio, and they can be really very profitable and much more stable. When we have a trend which started maybe several months ago, sometimes it can be for different markets, it can be years, it can be many weeks ago. When we have the trend for some time, we must be very careful, because on the one hand, old trend means stable trend, but at the same time, old trend means that any correction can lead to a trend reversal. So if we look at this market, we can say that from the beginning of May 2018, so more than 1 year, this market, we can say it is in the downtrend. So it means what? It means that probably we are not far from a trend reversal moment, and we must be very careful with any short positions. So we have the market which bounced from a possible support zone. It can become a bottom. We also can draw using this movement like a chart pattern. double bottom. We use this swing high, swing low, and this swing low, and this double bottom chart pattern belongs to a reversal patterns, trend reversal patterns, which can tell us about a trend reversal. For confirmation this pattern as a trend reversal, the price will have to break this local swing high between two lows. And if price breaks this resistance zone formed by simple moving average 50, the downtrend line, and move above this swing high, it will be a signal confirming a trend reversal. So it will be possible to open buy trades based on this breakout. So entry level can be just about above 100, 1 point, let's say 127, something like this, 127 and a half. So the buy orders can be placed above this swing high, and with stop orders below these lows. So there will be two possible trades. The short-term trades based on the reversal signal, and we will be able to expect the continuation of the downtrend, or the price can break this resistance zone and give us a buy opportunity based on the breakout. So now for this market we don't have any signals. It could be possible. We could buy based on the reversal from this zone when the price moved back, but this signal was not so reliable, and it was very risky. So buying here, it was not good idea, but as you can see now, this trade could give us profit. So not all trades can be used, and it's okay to skip some trades if you don't want to take part in risky trades. And now you just need to wait for the reversal from this zone or the breakout above the local swing high, and continue and getting a new trend reversal signals. So about this market, I hope you get better understanding what to do. And the next market we should discuss is Bitcoin. And there are also some interesting signals from this market which we can discuss. I will use a bit some prices, and I would like to start from the weekly time frame, as we have interesting situation here. I will show you. So the weekly time frame gives us interesting signal. I will zoom just in order to show you. You need to look at this candle, because now it is important. And if you learn more details about how to use candlestick patterns, you will understand that such patterns are very reliable, and they can provide really interesting signals telling about possible trend reversal or the continuation of the previous trend. So what does it mean, this candle? We had strong upward movement during, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, during 4 weeks, just about 1 month. Every time after opening, the close price of the week was higher than the open price, and based on these candles we could see, we could see that buyers are active, they control the situation, and there is interest to the market, and the price moves higher and higher. But we got on the fifth week, we got this candle where the open price, the week was opened at let's say 8,700 level. We saw the attempt to break 9,000 level. Then, before it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The market failed or moved upward. So the most important thing is the size of candle. So there was an attempt to break above 9,000 level. We could see the attempt to drop below 8,000 level, and the close price of the week was at the same level. So the open price is the same like the close price of the week. What does it mean? It means that buyers and sellers just they have the same level of power, and nobody can push the markets higher or lower. When we get such candle after a trend movement, now we have to talk about the uptrend movement. It means that the market it is a break for the market. So we have a pause, and it can be called like we have a balance. There are if during the previous month we could see that buyers are more active than sellers, in this week or during the previous week there is a balance. If so, we don't have the uptrend anymore. I mean the upward movement, and in some cases it is the first signal telling us about the possible trend reversal. In our case, it is the signal which can tell us about the correction movement. So buyers are not active now, and but sellers also not active. And the next, in our case, we use the weekly time frames, and during the next weeks, maybe 1 week, maybe several weeks, the market will show us will this candle be a reversal candle, or will it be a candle like a continuation one? Just in order to make everything clear, let's look at the same candles during the previous chart movements, market movements. And for example, we can see, this type of candles is just doji, and you can see the same type of candles where the open price and the close price are closely to each other. We have the same candle here. So the market moved upward, bounced. We could see the strong movement downwards, and after that we got this candle, also doji, which told us about that. Okay, sellers were active, now they are not active, and after that we got the bullish candle. So the direction, the price movement in other direction. So for us, in this case, the candle acted like a reversal one. The same goes about this situation. When the market continued falling, we got the same type of candle like doji. After strong bearish candle, during this candle, during this week, we could say that the market is in balance. Sellers are not active anymore, and we could expect for the upward movement. And yes, after that we got this bullish candle, and the market moved higher. So in these cases, this type of candles acted like a reversal one. When we talk about candlestick patterns, you must know that there are reversal candlestick patterns, and there are candlestick patterns confirming the continuation of the trend or the previous movement. Please don't mix it with reversal candles chart patterns and continuation chart patterns. because there are two main there is the main difference. Like when we use candles, they can predict us price movements for the next one, two, or maybe three candles, and it will be okay. In our cases, we use reversal candlestick patterns. So this doji was like a reversal, and we saw the movement in the other direction after this candle. The same goes internet connection. Just let me know if you can. Oh, now it is stable. When we talk about chart patterns, they can provide us trend reversal patterns and signals. So if we got trend reversal signals based on chart patterns, it means we had the bullish trend, now we should expect bearish trend, and vice versa. For this type of movements, it's absolutely okay, and they were like reversal candles. But at the same time, we got let's see, here we also got the candle, which is also a doji, and it was after the bullish candle, after the strong bullish candle. So if we follow the previous models, like I showed you, here we also should expect for at least one or maybe several bullish candles. But I told you that these type of candles can be like a reversal one, like continuation candles, providing us such signals. And in this case, doji acted like the candle where we got just signal from the market. It has balance. The market got a short break. This short break, based on the weekly time frame, was during 3 weeks. We can say it was something like a correction movement of the previous upward movement from the bottom, and the market continued their upward movement. So what should we expect here in this zone? In this zone, I would like to see this candle like a reversal one, because the market made strong upward movement without deep correction, and we have signals confirming that the market is overbought, like RSI tells us about such market conditions where market is overbought, because the line of RSI is in the overbought zone. It is reverses, and if we got a bearish candle, maybe one, maybe two, RSI will provide us a good signal confirming the price reversal from 9,000 level. Also, you can see MACD line. MACD line still support the upward movement because they are not so flexible, and MACD histogram starts telling us about possible downward movement. And if we get several bearish candles, MACD will support us the downward movement, which for us will be a correction correction movement, which we should expect. What is important? It is important that we have such candle like doji, which tells us now about a correction, a possible pause, and the market conditions where sellers and buyers have the same level, where which allows to be like in balance for this market. So the next week, or maybe the 2 weeks or 3 weeks, will tell us about further market movements. And here, such pattern like we got before, it can be like this, but I don't believe in such in such pattern like we got before. It was in April. That we have the same pattern like we got in April now. The reasons are following. The market should correct the previous upward movement from the bottom when the price bounced from simple moving average 200 and reach this another simple moving average with a lower period like 50. I wrote about it, and it was logical to get correction from this zone because it was like a resistance zone. Price could drop, bounce from the support zone like 4000 and simple moving average with the 200 period and continue the uptrend movement. So such price movement should be more logical in that period. But as far as I remember, we got positive news, fundamental news, and the market continued the upward movement. So this pattern acted like a continuation one. At the same time, we have now 9000 level as a resistance level, which confirmed that it is strong based on the daily and the low time frames. Also, we have not far from 9000, we have 10,000 level. So even if the price breaks this 9,000 level, we don't have too much space for the further upward movement, and only 1,000 and another very, very strong resistance level like 10,000. So 10,000 for market will be really very important, and I think we must have also very strong fundamental news which will help us to break this resistance. So the question is, the correction movement will be studied from 9,000 or probably from 10,000. I don't expect the continuation of the uptrend without any correction, because it will be the second greatest mistake of the community of traders, investors, companies who will create the same unstable market which we got in the past. I just remind you that we have good and strong uptrend when the price broke 1000 level in 2017, when the price reached 3000 level. It was, in spite of the market was overbought, but still it was like upward movement, correction movement, the upward movement, correction movement. But it looks like that starting from let's say here in this zone, we didn't get any deep correction in the bullish market. We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of unstable, unpredictable, very strange, super hype upward movement, where the price moved too far from its true value. And it just confirmed that the market is a bubble, and the price, the current price, is not relevant to true value. So after that, the market dropped, and we got a long period of falling, just because probably one of the reasons was the market couldn't develop the uptrend just in proper way. Following the main rules that there are movements in the direction of the main trend, there are correction movements. So in this case, we got the situation where the true value stayed too far from the prices in that period of time. And of course, it's just the question of time when the current market prices will come back to true value price. So we got the falling, which was really deep, and we spent about 1 year for searching for the bottom, bouncing, and starting a new uptrend. So if the market breaks 9,000. If the price breaks 10,000 without correction, we will be able to get the same very strange movement, and the falling will be also very deep. I think nobody, I hope nobody are interested in such variant of market movements, and for all it will be better if the market will continue their developing or the uptrend just like it should be, unstable, without rushing, without huge and unpredictable movements, and where the true price of Bitcoin will grow slowly but still following fundamental factors, and following the logic. So for me, the most let's say for me the variant which will be more workable now, it is the bouncing. Okay, not from 8,000. Let's say it can be from 9,000. Not from 9,000, but from 10,000. These three resistance levels, which should be important as a starting point for the correction movement. Buying now, if we talk about investing in the long run, in the long term, buying based on the weekly time frame, based on the current levels, it can be profitable. Of course, it can be profitable because if you think that Bitcoin will reach the previous historical highs, if Bitcoin will reach and make new highs, or maybe 50,000, 100,000. By the way, during the previous week, I gave a comment to one Russian media website, and I replied on the question. The question was very simple and rather interesting. Will Bitcoin be able to reach 1 million level? So, what do you think about it? Write in comments. Will it be possible for Bitcoin to reach such level or not? Or from your point of view, what will be the highest level for this market? Also share. I think 100,000 will be the maximum level. So even if the price won't reach 1 million, even maybe it will reach 50. I think it's possible because of different reasons. I think it's possible to reach even 100,000 level. So buying now based on 8,000, 9,000 level, 10,000, it's not so important for you if you have such long targets and if you can wait for 1, 2, 3, 5 years, if you just invest money in Bitcoin, if you don't want to trade based on lower time frames, or if you don't want to be day trader. So buying here, it is logical, but again, here we need to talk about building a long position, building buy position, where you buy, invest some part of your capital based on the current levels. If the price drops lower, for example to 8,000, you add some volume to your previous position. If market drops lower to 7,000, you add more capital to your previous position, so you will have at least 3 different positions based on different levels, and so on. You will be able to build just several positions, 3, 5, maybe 7, based on different levels, and with targets like new historical highs. It will be profitable, of course. But if you want to be, if you don't have maybe good capital, if you want to try to make more profit, you will need just the better variant. The better variant will be wait for correction, because for you, if your goal, if your target is like 10,000, 12,000, maybe 20,000, and you want to just catch swing movements. Of course, buying now at 9,000, it means your stop size will be huge, and it means your space for the profit target won't be so good, so huge. And for you, buying based on 9,000 or based on 7,000, it will be really, it will make a difference. So you need to think about what are your goals, how you can trade in this market in the long run or maybe in medium term, and act based on it. So if we talk about proper trading, if we talk about the rules of how to trade in the market, again, the perfect zones for buying were below 4,000 level based on the reversal, trend reversal signals from the trend line. You could use, for example, the breakout of downtrend line and open long trades based on the breakout above this downtrend line and above 4,000 level. So if you miss that opportunity based on the weekly time frame, you can do nothing now. Or yes, it was like one possible signal based on the breakout above one of the moving averages, like here in our case it is a simple moving average with the 100 period. This breakout also could be used for buying. It was so your entry point can be about 7,500. So if you skipped that free signals, it means now you have to do nothing. It's simple. But still, if you are a long-term investor, not trader, like investor, for if you are ready to invest for a long period of time, it's possible to start building long position using proper money management and invest in just small part of capitals, like 5%, maybe 10%, but not invest all in just based on the current levels. It will be a huge mistake from your side. So also the signals confirming a possible downward movement. We have a possible reversal candlestick pattern. We have RSI, which tells us about a possible which will confirm us the bouncing from the resistance level 9,000. We will be able to get also bearish signal based on MACD histogram, which is going to start falling, and signals like MACD lines and from DMI, we get bullish signals confirming the strength of the uptrend movement and the continuation of the uptrend after correction. So if we move lower to the daily time frame, we can see the following picture. Just I will delete some lines. Based on the daily time frame, we have trend reversal signals, which doesn't mean that they will provide you a really trend reversal, because we don't have any signals, any fundamental factors which can tell us about a trend reversal from bullish to bearish. There are no fundamental factors. If so, all trend reversal signals should be used for just getting signals about possible correction movements. We still have bearish divergence, and bearish divergence, it is trend reversal signal, but as I told you, we need to think about it like a signal telling us about possible correction movement. So we have bearish divergence where the price diverges with RSI and MACD lines and MACD histogram, and I should say it is we can see just really strong signals, bearish divergence from lines and from RSI and MACD histogram. Also, another signal telling us about possible correction is DMI indicator, which tells us about market conditions. Based on it, we have bullish trend market conditions, but at the X line falls, this blue line. If it falls, it tells us that buyers are not active, they are not so strength as before, like here, for example, when the X line moves upward. We could compare it with the chart, and we see this upward movement. So when ADX line moved upward, it confirmed that buyers are active and they have power to push the market higher and higher. So we got the upward movement. When ADX line falls, it means buyers are not active and the market starts, any market mainly in such periods, starts correction movement. So we have a trend reversal signal plus information that buyers are not active. We have the resistance zone. We have confirmation that the market is overbought based on the higher time frame, and for us higher time frame is the weekly chart. So again, there are a lot of signals, there are really a lot of strong signals telling us about a correction movement at least. But the question is, when the price continues just this correction move, when the price will start following these bearish signals, it's just a really important question. For getting just an additional signal confirming that the market is ready to fall and to correct the previous upward movement, I would like to see the breakout below 8,000 level, because it acts like a good support zone. The market bounced from 9,000 and tried to drop below 8,000, but this attempt failed, and the price bounced again. We saw the attempt number 2 to reach 9,000 level. It was also not so good. Now we have a bearish candle, and if we look at this bearish candle, if we get it like in the shape like we have now, it can tell us like a signal and like a pattern telling us about also possible reversal, because the close price will be lower than the open price of the previous day. Based on the low time frames, it will be like the price breaks the previous swing low, and it is a bearish signal. So if the candle will be like this, it will be additional bearish signal, telling us about a possible downward movement. Also, we will get this swing high, which will make us a new swing high lower than the previous one, and it will be the confirmation again for the further downward movement. And the breakout below 8,000 level will just confirm this movement. So we have to watch for the price action at 8,000 level, because the price can bounce. If we have a strong interest for buying, even such strong signals can support the market, and we won't be able to see this correction movement. But probably there will be some news supporting the correction movement. So based on this news, the market can move below 8,000, reach 7,000, where 7,000 level will be the first one for buying. Because 7,000 it is the support level, and it is also supported by simple moving average with a 50 period. If price drops lower, the next one will be 6,000 level. 6,000 level will be the best one for buying, because 6,000 level was strong in the past, and it acted like the bottom in 2018. Now it should be it should become also the strong support zone one more time. This zone will be supported by simple moving average with 100 period, and it is strong trend line This zone will be good for buying. If we talk about proper trading, this zone will be the perfect one for buying, because for dropping below this simple moving average with 100 period, we will need really strong reasons, and I'm not sure that we will have such strong reasons. So the market will find the support from this zone, and you should use it for opening long position for medium-term trading, for long-term trading. It will depend on your personal trading strategy and your personal trading plan. So here is just the main picture based on the weekly time frame, based on the daily time frame, and again, Bitcoin is not the best market at all for shorting. Even we have solid signals for selling. It can move upward anytime because of different reasons. So for us, it should be like such variant of trading. We have to search for buy opportunities, and these buy opportunities on the bullish market will be based on the reversal signals after corrections. I think no need to move lower to the, for example, 4-hour time frame, as we have enough signals confirming the correction movement. For example, 4-hour time frame will give us just additional confirmation that we don't have a good momentum for continuation of the upward movement. So you can see that these attempts to break 9,000 level, they failed, and a new attempt and a new swing high is lower than the previous one, this one and this one. And this lower swing high tells us about that buyers are not active and they don't have power to even reach this level, 9,000 resistance level. So this combination can be used like additional information telling us about starting a new correction movement. But now you also can see that the price doesn't move lower, because we have the support level based on simple moving average with 100 period, and how the price will act here. If it breaks this simple moving average, the next one will be 8,000, and we have some space for the falling after these breakouts. How the market will act here, we will see, but now nothing interesting. So about other markets. I hope I explained you with details Bitcoin. Another market is Tesla. Tesla market from stocks, where we can find also interesting situation. Based on the daily time frame, in order to get better understanding what is going on in this market, and I talk about this market as an interesting one based on the I talk about possible buying based on the reversal from the zone at 200 level, because 200 level is an important level, and this level, I expected that this level could hold the market from the falling, as it is rather strong. If we look at the past performance, this level looks solid. So price, the market could saw it in the past, and it could become just a starting point for correction in this bearish trend. But the price broke it, and the next zone is the next level with the support zone is 118, which is also like a combination. If we talk about price movement in the border, so the descending price channel, this zone is not far from the lower level of the descending price channel, and this zone becomes stronger, like we have the line of price channel, the support line, and also we have signals from RSI telling us about it. The market is overbought, and this zone also can be interesting for possible buying based on just any reversal signals. Reversal signals can be like we can get for example a reversal candlestick pattern. We can get a strong bullish candle which will confirm that the price bounces from this 180 support level. We can get the sideways movement here, and for example the market can form for us a new swing high, which can be used for like an entry level based on the breakout signal. So now again in this zone it's impossible to sell, because the good sell zone can be like based on the reversal from the downtrend line. The sell zone could be based on the breakout of this local swing low, but the perfect zone was here. Also like any reversals from trend lines, simple moving averages. So these four zones could be used for selling. And now, so if you skipped that opportunities, now you can only think about possible buying, because the market moved far from, let's say, also the true value of this share, and we should expect for correction movement when the price will move back to a simple moving average, or at least to this downtrend line. So buy signals can be based on reversal signals, candlestick patterns, based on chart patterns, which belongs to a reversal group of patterns. Also we can search for a possible bullish divergence here. So any signals telling us about a trend reversal can be used for buying from this zone. I'm not sure that we should expect for the breakout and continuation of the falling for this market, because you can see that for, let's say, just about 1 month, mainly the market moved only downward, and it created the situation when we have the oversold market. So if the market is oversold, and if the price moved too far from downtrend lines, from simple moving average, which also acts like the trend line, so it's time to fix profit on the one hand, and on the other hand it's possible to think about opening long position against the main trend based on trend reversal signals. So I talked about Tesla. Total market cap with Bitcoin excluded. And can you tell me, Fredrik, which information, how you will be able to use this information in your trading, if you see the difference in total market cap? Just I guess you want to use this information for deciding investing in Bitcoin or in altcoins. As for just if you have the question something like this, we talked about it during the previous streams. So it is really very simple. When we talk about Bitcoin, we can be sure that the price will move higher, higher and higher, because there is only one crypto market for the traditional for the investors and companies from the traditional markets, it is Bitcoin. So if they are interested in trading in crypto, there is only one market they can invest. So Bitcoin. If they start buying Bitcoin, it means the price will move higher and higher because new money will come. So for Bitcoin, there is only one direction, the uptrend. When we talk about altcoins, even when we talk about top altcoins, there are variants. If Bitcoin continues the upward movement, and if this upward movement will be strong, there is a variant that the money from altcoins will move to Bitcoin. If so, some altcoins can start sideways movement. Some altcoins can move in the downtrend. Also, it's possible. Some of them can continue the upward movement to following the Bitcoin. For altcoins, there are variants. So if you have a stable market and much more predictable market like Bitcoin, why you need to invest money in more unpredictable markets where you can get everything? Again, thanks, Frederick, for making it clear. Just for your ideas. I hope all of you will agree that for us, just making trading more simple, it is like one of the goals. If you want to understand possible price movements for this market or for that market, it is much more simple to open the chart, and on the chart you will see, just using different types of tools, the direction of price movement. So if we talk about Bitcoin, so without looking at the total market cap, where I'm sure Bitcoin still has a good position, we can see that the market is in the uptrend. Using simple moving average with different periods, we can use just only lines telling us about the trend direction. So we can draw it like this one. Just a second. So here is the uptrend line. The price is above it. We have the uptrend. Okay, in some point the uptrend started moving faster, and we could use another uptrend line. So again, we still have the uptrend. Also, you can use this if you don't want to draw anything. Simple moving average with 50 period, with 100 period, with 200 period, if you look for long-term trade. They will provide you information about the direction of trend automatically in a very simple manner. If price is above this simple moving average, the combination of them or one of them, so you have the uptrend. If the price is below this simple moving average or the combination of them, you have downtrend. So you spend 5 seconds, you are looking at the chart, and you get information. When you use total market cap, it can be variance, and the signals won't be so reliable and so how to say so visible, like if we use charts and technical analysis tools. So from this point of view, using different methods of for researching market conditions and trend direction, Bitcoin is in the uptrend. If we open any altcoins like Ethereum, the same situation. The price is above simple moving averages, and we have the uptrend here too. The same goes about Dash. The same goes about EOS. The same goes about Litecoin. all these altcoins now they follow Bitcoin, but how they will act when, for example, I don't know, Fidelity will release the platform for trading Bitcoin. It can be like I told you before, when a huge number of new traders, new companies will get access to trade Bitcoin only. A lot of money can come in Bitcoin and push these markets in very strong uptrend. If so, there is it will be possible also to see that some big players will close their position based on altcoin just in order to take part in this strong movement for Bitcoin, and it will be able to reverse altcoins. So again, altcoins more unpredictable markets for the future than Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is more predictable and more stable, and it is the most reliable market in crypto, why not to invest in it? Just a question. The next question was I'm reading ideas of the market dropping to 4,000 later this year. I believed in dropping to 4,000 level when the price I should say reached when the price reached 5,000 level, and I expected the correction movement. For me, 4,000 level was really good, logical, like here when the price was like between 5,000 5,600 levels. So from these zones we could expect for the correction movement to 4,000, but the market made a huge upward movement after that and break a lot of important resistance levels. So in order to reach 4,000 level, the market will need to break important support levels are like 8,000, 7,000, 6,000, the most important support level now. And for this, there must be really solid fundamental factors, like, for example, I read the news that Japan is going to make rules for trading more strong of crypto. So something like this, or maybe in United States there will be some acts which make trading more, I don't know, regulation more strong for crypto. We need some news, something like this, where there will be limits, new limits for mining, I don't know, for trading crypto. And based on such news, probably we could expect for the falling, but again, I'm not sure that the market will be able to reach 4,000 because of strong support levels, and also there are strong support lines, like we have now the average price for 100 days is about 5,500, and also it's just another strong support line. The same goes about very strong simple moving average with the 200 period, which is also not far from 4,600. So all these lines levels are higher than 4,000, and I don't believe that the price will be able to reach this level. So maybe someone has solid signals, or maybe someone has the crystal ball where it is possible. From Stuart, what kind of correction are you looking at the daily? If we talk about Bitcoin, and if we talk about correction, for me the good one is 7,000. It will be good. The best one will be from 6,000. Why 6,000 is important? you can see how the price acted in the past. It was the bottom when the market dropped from the historical highs. This 6,000 level became a really strong bottom for from June up to November. So it's just about 5-6 months, and the market couldn't drop below it. And only in November the price broke it, and we saw 3,000. But still, it was the strong support zone in the past, and now it can also become a really strong support zone if the price reaches this level one more time. So the reversal from this zone will be really cool and interesting for buying. So if we talk about the correction, I don't believe that the price will drop to 5,000 or 4,000. So it should be good. We should be ready to see the maximum level for the correction, like 6,000, and it will be good. It will be deep. So think about it. About the next question. Dmitry, are you buying shares and interactive traders or at exit trader? I am going to start trading in stocks, in stock markets, US stocks, using interactive broker. It's one of the biggest brokers from the United States. And they provide direct access to different markets. As for AxiTrader, we use it for traditional markets, for Forex, and for our robots. We use it now for the scalper, the aviator, but in the future we are going to use it for our first robots, which this broker, I mean, is good for algo trading too. But for buying shares, traditional brokers like AxiTrader, like other brokers, IC Markets, Pepperstone, they will provide the opportunity to trade the contracts for difference. It's not like buying shares, it's just buying a virtual price and selling this price. It's just a financial instrument, it's not a share. So I'm interested in real trading, in real stock trading. So for this, interactive brokers will be the best choice. From Maxi, it broke. Would it drop to stronger 160 level? Which market do you mean? Litecoin, not Litecoin. Ethereum, maybe Ethereum, not Ethereum too. Maxi, please make it clear. What type of markets do you mean? Or silver? Could you see silver exit position? As for silver market from the traditional markets, sorry, it's gold market. As for silver, as for silver market, we had the downtrend. We got just a second. We had the downtrend where the market, where the price moved to one of possible support levels. It was like 14.25, but the main support level was at 14. Anyway, we could talk about this zone between these two levels, like the support zone, and the market gave us, let's say, a trend reversal signal based on bullish divergence when the price diverged with the RSI and also with MACD histogram. So we could use this signal for buying because it was a trend reversal signal, but it was rather risky because we had some space for the falling as the main level was at 14. After that, the price broke the downtrend line, which we have now, and today we could see a strong upward movement. So if we talk about what to do with sell positions, they should be closed based on this trend reversal signal. If you sell something from somewhere, a trend reversal signal in the bearish market is just the signal to close short position. If we talk about possible buying, again, if we talk about silver market, don't forget it needs a good capital for trading, and this signal can be used if you have solid capital for trading. This breakout above the downtrend line could be used with entry level at 14.70, about it, 75 level for buying, with stop orders below these swing lows. But again, if we talk about just missed opportunity to buy because now the price moved higher, and if you want to get more reliable signal, it will be better to say, okay, we missed opportunity to open long position. If the market really is going to change the direction of the trend, we should wait for a price reversal, for example, from these moving averages like 50 with 50 period, with the 200 period. We should wait for possible downward movement as the correction movement of these three, 1, 2, 3, 4, or these four bullish candles. And if a new swing low will be higher than the previous one, for example, we have the previous one at 14.30. If the new swing low will be higher than this level, the reversal of this and this swing low can be used for buying based on the reversal signals, because probably we will have a new support level at 14.40, maybe 14.50. So this zone can provide us a reversal signal, which we will use for buying if you want to trade silver, if you want to open buy position. Or as a variant, it will be possible to think about selling based on the reversal signal from simple moving averages, and for example, you can add to this resistance zone 15 level. So if the market provides us a reversal signal from this resistance zone, it will be possible to try to catch the correction movement of the previous upward movement as a variant. But now at this zone, it's too late for buying, because the price is not far from the resistance zone, and we can't sell because we don't have the market moves upward, and we don't have any reversal signals confirming that the price bounces from the resistance zone. Now it's time to do nothing for this market. So we talked about Ripple, about Ripple. We talked about silver, about Ripple. We have just closely the same situation as we had before. Ripple, it confirmed the starting of the uptrend. So the market broke the downtrend line. The lines telling us about the possible downtrend, like simple moving average. with 200 period. Now the price is above this moving averages. At the same time, we have confirmation that we have new swing highs, if compared with this one, with the old one. So Ripple is going to start a new uptrend, but these two highs tells us about chart pattern like double top. Double top mainly is a trend reversal signal, but here we don't have a good trend which should be reversed. So probably just this pattern tells us about only possible downward movement to the previous support levels, zones, and this downward movement will provide us more signals which confirm the downtrend or which tell us about the sideways movement. So for Ripple, the market has potential to move lower, and the levels which we have to look we should waiting for, let's say it can be like the level, just a second, it can be the level based on combination of moving average here. So it can be like 0.35, 30. It can be like the support zone formed by support levels 0.34, 35, 5, and combination of moving averages. So if the price reach this zone, or it can be also like the higher support level at the more also reliable support zone at 0.37. If price reverses from this zone, we will be able to talk about the situation when the market tries to build a new uptrend. If the price drops below it, it will be just a signal telling us about possible downward movement to the previous bottom, and the previous bottom is not far from 0.30 level. So again, if we talk about top altcoins and if we talk about Bitcoin, we have the uptrend, the stable uptrends and confirmed uptrends. That's why for Bitcoin it is more simple to take signals and to take right decisions. With Ripple, unpredictable market for the future. It can continue the following Bitcoin and the uptrend, or it can just move sideways at the current levels or move back to the previous levels not far from the bottom. So there are variants for these markets, and I would like to say that these markets is more unpredictable because now we still don't have a clear signals confirming the uptrend. So it's better to wait. But again, if we talk about long-term investing, you can see where we have the price now. You can see the historical highs. So even buying now, if you want to hold this coin for years, it's possible, like a variant. But you must be really very careful with such type of markets where there are no clear signals and strong signals confirming that, okay, we have now trend market conditions or we have now range market conditions. If we have market where there is just something between two of these two types of conditions, between we don't have now range market conditions, but at the same time we don't have now the trend market conditions, something between. Mainly such markets are more unpredictable and they can provide really a lot of fake signals, so be careful. So another markets for discussion, Ripple, we talk about it, Zizo. Just seen today for Tradunity and start the course. It is fantastic. Great job. Do you think there is any chance for us to go back to free count Bitcoin? First of all, thank you for joining us, and I hope that this one course will provide you a lot of interesting information. But don't forget that we have also very interesting courses about trading psychology. We have interesting and helpful courses about money management. We have the unique and really amazing course about how to read charts from Oleg Alexandrov. And also, I am working on the new crypto trading course, how to trade crypto properly. So, thanks for joining. And as for your second question about 3,000 level for Bitcoin, I think it's really. I don't think we should think about it because the market is new. The market still has some potential, and the market must fulfill this potential. We have the situation where there is interest from institutional companies, institutional traders, and if we combine all information together, we will have the market with great potential, very small market, new market, and good and stable interest from institutional players who have tons of money. So if we combine everything together, Bitcoin has a positive future. What can destroy this plan? For example, ban of for crypto, for example, from United States, from European Union. So I remind you, we started the falling from 20,000 level. Maybe I'm not right, but to my mind, it was not far from the news than when China banned crypto, ICO, and mining. And it was a really strong negative news, and it pushed the price lower, and we got another negative news, and it pushed the market lower again. So such type of news, even I don't think that the news about regulation can destroy this plan, but the rules when countries will ban crypto and crypto payments and mining, it can become a really strong negative news, which can push the price to the previous bottom. So if the market will be reversed, and if we get signals confirming the starting on a new bearish trend, of course the main target for the sellers will be the previous bottom, and the previous bottom was between 3,500 and 3,000. So if so, don't be surprised. But now there are no any reasons to think about it. Oh, Maxi, about Tesla. Now, as I showed, 180 level is just the workable support, and if the price drops below it, it means it will also breaks the descending price channel. It will give us the signals telling us about that the market started downward movement, the downtrend faster, and we will have to watch. We will have to look at the bearish candle first of all, the size of them, and based on the size of and based on the shape of bearish candles, we will be able to talk about will the price reach 160 level or not. Now 180 is workable, and we have to focus on it first of all. From DM Mac, is ATH tracking Bitcoin or can be traded on its own? Again, we talk about crypto like about the market with a really strong correlation. It doesn't matter Ethereum, Litecoin, Dashcoin. We have the main market Bitcoin and all markets which mainly follow Bitcoin. That's all. That's why if we talk about proper money management and if we talk about proper risk management, trading only in crypto won't allow you to just to make proper diversification to cut down risk, because buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dashcoin, it means you buy Bitcoin just with different volume. As for Ethereum, again, it can follow Bitcoin, it can follow against, it can move against it. It depends on different situations. Now we can see just the situation when Ethereum follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin started the uptrend, Ethereum started the uptrend. Bitcoin had some corrections or just something like this, pauses in the upward movement. Ethereum had better correction. And if we talk about how the uptrend should look like, Ethereum provides the better example, because you can see also we started the uptrend, we can see deeper correction movements than Bitcoin provided. So from this point of view, Ethereum looks like a more stable market. And at the same time, it also provides bearish signals based on bearish divergence. We have also the situation where the upward movement was strong and it must be corrected. For this market, 200 level will be very interesting for buying, or maybe even 185, 80 levels will be good for buying. Market now, this market follows Bitcoin. How it will be in the future, again, we will have to see. There are no needs, we don't need to predict markets, because when you try to predict markets, it means you try to play a game. If you are lucky, you will win. If you are not lucky, you will lose money. But the best idea is, and the most stable idea is just to follow markets. If the market is in the uptrend, it is logical to buy. If the market is in the downtrend, it's logical to sell. Again, there is a level, there is a line where the price can reverse or not. If you use prediction, you just try to predict, okay, the price will bounce and I will buy now because the price is going to bounce. The price can break this level and continue the falling, so you will get a loss trade. But if you wait for a clear signal that the price is bouncing from this level, you can just open your trade based on signals and you will follow the market. In the long run, your trading will be much more profitable and stable than just only trying to predict possible market movements. Now we had the situation where Ethereum follows Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean that you need to use such a situation for buying Ethereum, because maybe in future it will continue falling Bitcoin. It can be like this, but also the situation can be changed and it will start another movement. So you will need to edit your plans, or you will need to exit. Not a good idea. That's why I suggest you to make trading more simple. If we talk about crypto trading, it's better to invest in Bitcoin in spite of other markets like shitcoins, like altcoins can provide you maybe more profit, but at the same time they will provide you higher risks. I'm absolutely sure they will provide you higher risk. And without knowledge and without experience, high risk for you means new problems, new mistakes, and I have a lot of experience where I can see it's really not the best choice for you. For you, if you have not much knowledge, if you don't have good experience in trading, it's better to invest only in more stable, more predictable markets, and make your trading as simple as possible. So about about Litecoin, Litecoin. So from Maxi, if we talk about Litecoin, we have also the market, which should be corrected, and if we talk about good buying zones, first of all, they will be like I would like to see the correction movement. The best zone for buying will be at 75, maybe between 80 and 75 levels. It will be like a simple moving average with the 100 period. It is strong. And if you put it on your chart, on crypto, any crypto charts, daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, 6-hour time frames, you will see how price acts at this line, and you will see that this line is really good for getting trading signals based on the reversal, as it is a strong trend line. So in our case, now this line is at 75 level. Probably we will need some time for the correction, and if so, the average line will move higher, and probably it will be even higher than 80 level. But still, this zone will be good for buying. If the correction will be really deep, until the price stays above this main uptrend line and the simple moving average 200, we can talk about only the bullish trend. So even the price drops, sorry, I have some lags. If the price drops like here, it still will be a bullish trend and good buy opportunities from even 60 level. So, but again, not now. And for me, for example, I liked Litecoin very much. It was really interesting market. But from fundamental point of view, if we talk about this coin, it doesn't look very solid in the long run, really. It's just like alternative for Bitcoin, but there are many alternatives for Bitcoin. But Bitcoin stays the most important market for the main players, and the main players will be not maybe just big investors. The main players now, institutional traders with their plans, and I think crypto exchanges. So for them, again, I think for them it is more logical to invest in Bitcoin, as it has good potential, it is reliable, it is let's say big, but it's not big market, but still it is the biggest one in crypto. For them it will be just better to follow their strategies and plans using Bitcoin. From Stuart, have you seen ETC, Ethereum Classic? The same goes about. I should tell you. I don't trust too much coins which became like alternatives for the main coin. So we have Bitcoin. If we have Bitcoin, for what we need Litecoin? And please don't tell me about low transaction fees and something like this, because it is good for crypto enthusiasts, but it is useless for traders and investors who really push markets. As for the same goes about Ethereum Classic, when we have Ethereum. So for me it looks like not so solid market. It can be used for short-term trading, for medium-term trading, but if you want to get more reliable signals, and if you want to get support from fundamental analysis, it's better to use the market which have potential for future, which are solid from different sides, not only from technical analysis but also from fundamental analysis. And if so, it's better to invest in such markets. So there is Bitcoin. It is solid from all aspects, all sides of just from different points of view. We have Ethereum, which also looks solid in the long run. As for other markets, there are some interesting, there are some not. Ethereum Classic, like the market which can give you anything, can give you nothing or can give you possible good trade opportunities. Now it is also in the uptrend. We have confirmed the uptrend. Now the price is again at the highest point of the local uptrend movement, and like other markets, it also should be corrected. It can correct to 7 level. 7 level can be used like the first level for buying. It can reach 6 level. The combination of different simple moving averages or exponential moving averages. So, but not now. If we talk about proper trading, now the market is overbought like other markets, and it can be corrected. The question is, will it reach the previous highs at 44 level, 40, how much, 47 level? For me, it is a good question. So, if you think the market has potential, it's possible to invest. Just again, all these unpredictable and unsolid, unstable markets, they can be in your trading portfolio, but you must understand what you should do if the price will go in your direction, what should you do if the price will move against you, how much you can invest in this market, which risk you can take, what about the perspectives for this market. So you must have plan for each market in your trading portfolio. If you believe, if you have arguments confirming that Ethereum Classic is really interesting in the long run, why not to add it? Let's look at yours market, and you will see just the same picture, believe me, like we have on any other markets. Just again, the market with the uptrend movement, with the uptrend. I put these lines in the past during the previous stream. So the market has the uptrend. I showed the perfect zones for buying. If you missed that opportunities, it's better to wait for correction at least to 6 level, because it will be the support zone formed by the uptrend line. 6 level as a support, and simple moving average with the 50 period. If the price drops below it, the next zone will be between, let's say, this simple moving average 500 with 100 period, and Really strong support zone is 4.50, but for this again we need I think Bitcoin will have to drop a lot, just maybe to 6,000, and such movements maybe will push this market to 4.50, but I guess 6 will be like in the priority if we talk about a possible reversal for the correction. But again, the market looks interesting, and it is in the uptrend, which means we have exact rules for trading. If we have the trend market conditions, we wait for correction movements and buy based on the reversal in the direction of the main trend after corrections. So I think it's time to finish our stream. One more time, I shared with you only my thoughts, which are supported by signals from different indicators, from different technical analysis tools. It is my personal opinion, and you must make your own research. Don't forget that I didn't provide you financial advices, and when you think about how to use this information, just try to make your own research, and please follow your knowledge and experience, and try to make your trades based on exact plan which you think about it before, and only after that open any trades. Please avoid such situations like I have a lot of examples from my followers feedback. I see a lot of people, they have their portfolios included 20, 50 different coins, and they don't understand why they bought them, for what, without any plan, without any reasons. So you must avoid it, because it is one of the biggest mistakes which you can make. Without understanding what you are going to do, without planning your trades, you will fail. There are no other way. So be careful, follow the rules of proper money management, of proper risk management, and plan your trades before opening any trades using your capital. Thank you very much for your time, for your attention. If you like this stream, please click the like button, please subscribe to our channel, and please provide us your feedback. What do you think about such new format where we will use these streams, these Monday streams, just for talking about markets based on your requests only? Because there are a lot of markets, and if I have prepared the list, if you have prepared requests, I think it will be very difficult to pass all markets, because there are too many of them. It can be. So I will be interested in reading your opinion. Please leave them in comments, and the next stream will be this Wednesday. I will be able, I hope I will be able to make it. It will be about replying your questions about trading. Monday we talk about markets, Wednesday we talk about trading, and I reply your questions. These questions you can leave in our Discord channel. The link you will find below this video in the description. And also I want to remind you one more time, we still have active offer where you can get 3 months access to all our premium stuff for free. How to get access? Just visit our page tradunity.com/beta and pass through 3 simple steps. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot for your time. Thank you for your support. See you next time. See you soon. Bye bye. Have a nice evening and have the profitable week. See you. Bye bye.